wanted to share a quick learning experience using Snowflake's qualify clause. This clause was released around 2021, I believe, and I've been using it since then. This has been a game changer for me personally, and I just wanted to give you a quick overview of this functionality. So simply put, qualify is used to filter results using windowing functions. You may immediately think that you've always been doing that. So what's new? There are just two slides that I wanted to present on what qualify clause is, and then we'll jump right into the demo mode. So qualify is used to filter rows, as I mentioned. It needs one of two things, either a window function in the select statement or a qualify statement. And we'll see examples of this in the demo. And also mentioned here is the order of execution. So if you have a group by and having, the qualify is executed after the group by and having clauses. The advantages of using qualify, it's a game changer because the readability and clarity improves. And as a result, it is easier to maintain. It's fewer lines of code. And that's what you're going to see in the demo. Let's jump right into the demo. I've got a staging table already placed. It's got a lot of columns and it's got about 47,000 records over here. 47 million records. Sorry about that. It's got for each prac name and sheet name, there are multiple records. So if our goal is to select the last record, which is identified by the ingested at field, then typically in the traditional way, we would have used CTEs and we would have gotten the latest record by prac name using the group by feature to say prac name and sheet name. We get the max ingested, and then we would match that last ingested when we are doing the join. That's how we would have executed this statement. Now, the same query, you'll see how simple it is, much shorter, much more concise. What have we done differently over here? We are not doing a pre-CTE to select the latest, but here we have automatically said qualified, and this is the window function. So it's once and for all, you're executing this statement where you're saying that the ingested is the max. So that's where the qualify statement helps. Here you have one CTE prior to executing it and a join. So instead of all of that, the qualify statement simplifies this. Now, remember, I mentioned when I was doing my presentation that you could do the qualify or the windowing function in the select statement. I could have done the max, same windowing function. I could have given that field a name and used that in the CTE. Either one works. If you are not using that column anywhere, you could do it this way. Or if you're going to use it anywhere else, you could do it this way. Either way, it works. So one of these two are very important. Now let's further enhance the use case that we have in hand. And we already said that we want to select the latest record for each prac name and sheet name. Here we are enhancing the use case to say we want to select only the prac names which have only one sheet name. So here you're again doing a CTE. You're first of all saying having count of distinct sheet name equal to 1 to limit the prac names to those where it has only one sheet name, and continuing to figure out the latest record for each of those prac names, and then going ahead and selecting the records where they have one sheet name for that prac name, and you're selecting the latest. Now you'll see how the qualify statement does the same thing, but so much more easily and concise. We had this already going on, saying it's the latest by doing this. And I've just now added one more clause where I've said that the distinct sheet name by prac name, partitioned by prac name, is 1. We achieved the same result as our traditional, where we had two CTEs followed by the select statement joining those two CTEs, whereas here it's a quick one. Now, Apart from conciseness, the question may be whether it is performing better or not. Remember, we have 47 million rows in that. So what I attempted to do is create a new warehouse for running our SQL statement without the qualify statement. So let me go ahead and do that. And then first I want to run a warm cache on it. So I'm turning my cache off. Oops. Okay, so now we are switching our role using the new warehouse, turning the cache off, and doing our traditional SQL. I'm sorry, it takes about a minute, I want to say, to execute this statement, and then we'll run it and run a hot cache after enabling our cache results. Okay, we are starting to see some results being produced, so it should be quick at this point. Almost there. Okay, so it took a minute and 24 seconds. Now we are going to turn the cache on, and it's still your traditional SQL with the CTE, our use case one. And just so that we are using the cache, we'll run it twice. It should definitely take less than 1.5 minutes that it took last time. By the way, Snowflake does not state anywhere that it's better performing. It's just an experience that it does it differently. So it may be you may find a difference in performance given your use case. So this one, this time was a minute 23. And of course, the next run, because it is using the cache, is very quick, 77 milliseconds. Let's do the same thing using our qualify statement. And this time I'm going to give it a totally separate warehouse. We are creating a warehouse called with qualify. Okay, so let's go ahead and use this. Again, the same way I'm turning off cache to start with, and we have our simple qualify statement. Remember the first time we executed a one cache statement the traditional way, it took a minute and 42 seconds. This was by far really fast, 25 seconds. And now we turn our cache on and and 24 seconds. And of course, this one would be much faster. So as you saw, it is much more concise and it is faster to do it this way. Readability and ease of maintenance are definitely the benefits of using your qualify statement. Have fun using qualify statement. I hope you switch from windowing functions just using your group by having clause to qualify statements.